tapestry grand, unraveling mysteries hand in hand, sailing the waves beyond the stars they soar, forever seeking more and more. Explorers at heart with whimsy and glee, the Wanderpus crew set their spirits free, in pursuit of good with chaos untamed, to find a new place to make their names. Wanderpus, their hearts entwined, sailing through memories left behind, stitching the bonds that forever tie, sailing to where the sea meets the sky. Wanderpus, their hearts entwined, sailing through memories left behind, stitching the bonds that forever tie, sailing to where the sea meets the sky. Wanderpus, their hearts entwined, sailing through memories left behind, stitching the bonds that forever tie, sailing to where the sea meets the sky.
Hi. Hello, everybody. Today we are playing Running Down a Dream. This is literally the next day from last Sunday's game, not Wednesday's game. That game is like technically happening right now. Like they are still on their adventure. So Tomb Squad is out like having a Tomb Squad adventure. And so last week, and this is a good recap for everybody, there were these on the plains, the magical plains that you can only see the wildlife there at night. It's super magical. The people from Gibbet were like hunting the animals to turn them into mana batteries. One of the scientists from Gibbet decided to like create like lightning rods to charge the batteries, but she messed up and instead like was powering, like basically pumping mana into the ground is what was happening. And like powering, like nightmares were coming true everywhere for people, including the Silver Thibble, because it's pretty close. So once midnight and like the crew that like solved that problem and they like defeated a giant nightmare, a giant mana and a giant dream crystal had exploded and then created a massive sinkhole. And that is where today's game is going to start, like at that massive sinkhole. So I will introduce the players. Alright, so today we have Bamin, played by Matt.
Well, hello. It is great to be back.
I'm very excited. We have Simmons, played by Chris.
Hello, hello, everyone.
And we have Leo, played by Leo.
It's good to see everybody again.
And we got Adli, played by Starless.
Hi.
All right, let's get right to the sinkhole. So, everybody's here. Like, the whole crew is here, like, around this sinkhole. It's taped off. I couldn't get, like, a token for, like, police taping something off to actually look right, so I just stopped. But know that I was trying for quite a while. Right. And this is Lithium, the person from Gibbet, the scientist from Gibbet, that basically caused all this. And her and Peanut are standing, like, discussing plans going back and forth. And this part is for everybody. You four are the four they are going to send into this hole. Like, well, five if we count Scour. Like, Peanut's vote is to destroy the hole. It's like break absolute, like, just have it like collapse in on itself. Break as many of the crystals as you can, and just like you four rappel down, set charges. That's Peanut's vote. And they're going back and forth between Lithium about like how we could use the dream crystals in the future for like to power things, and that conversation is going back and forth when you four arrive. And he's just like, Peanut looks over at Leo. He's just like, good, Officer Leo. Glad to see you here. We have prepared all the spelunking gear that we could think of. It's like, did you get Simmons? We need Simmons here. I've heard tale that he's an amazing spelunker.
Yes, he will be with us for this particular task today. His assistance will be very important for this, I'm pretty sure.
He's just like, good, all right. And we have Adli. Adli, you are familiar with this location, if I remember. We sent you on a mission here before. He's just like running down. Excellent. He's running down his checklist, and he's just like, demolitions expert, Scour. And he just looks up at Bamin and Scour. And I think this is the first time you guys realize that Scour is wearing a bandolier of TNT sticks, like just straight sticks of dynamite, all the way down his chest.
It seems fine.
It checks out.
It's like, and he's definitely has like a can of beer in the other hand, a can of stink ale, and he's just like pouring the crunchies in it, and it's just like
Well, all right, Bamin grabs that can of beer and kind of throws it off to the side, smacks Scour just a little bit. Listen, we got a little serious. Scour, come on. Like, I know. Just relax. You got a bunch of dynamite on you, and there's this big hole, so just chill for a second, will you?
He's just like, okay, they need me. I'm being called upon. He cracks his neck back and forth. He's just like, all right, Scour, this is it. You're not a lackey today. And he's just like, so what is the plan? And that's when Peanut's just like, we need to destroy this. You guys will know that nightmares have been pouring out of this hole. Like, just so you guys know, the ones that don't, I'm not blaming you, we play a lot of games that haven't kept completely up. We have these crystals that smell of lemons, and when they are near you when you're sleeping, they resonate in such a way to give you pleasant dreams. But there appears to be a cost for those pleasant dreams, and they can make your dreams come true, but they can also make your nightmares come true if you know how to use it. And down this hole, as far as anybody can see, is just yellow crystals everywhere. And once in a while, like, you'll see a flash of green lightning coming up, and attached to that lightning will be like a living nightmare that the crew surrounding this has repeatedly been putting down for the last day.
So, I can I can see why you want this destroyed. This needs to stop at some point, and hopefully that's today.
But if I remember correctly, I thought when the crystals were broken, the dust was also bad.
That's why we got a demolitions expert and a best engineer on duty. It's just like we plan, like, you guys could do a controlled demolition from the bottom there, cave it in. Unless you can think of a better way to destroy them all.
Not currently.
Yes, that's excellent. Let's treat these crystals like our ET Atari games. Let's go. And Lithium is just like standing behind Peanut, being like, we really shouldn't destroy them. We could use these. We could study them. We could take advantage of the magical properties.
Studying them is one thing, but when you know they're dangerous, especially in this large amount, isn't there kind of a time frame on this?
Like, Peanut's like, exactly. Thank you, Simmons. I knew somebody could talk sense into this squirrel. We need to stop this from spitting nightmares up. Do you understand that? I know this is your fault, but that's cool. Like, you feel responsible for this. We are going to take care of it, like professionals. And then you just see Peanut, like, put his fist out for Simmons to bump. And then he's, like, shaking his, he's shaking it now.
Simmons reaches his hand out for a handshake, and they do that awkward thing where, like, there's a hand. Yeah.
Peanut's just like, oh, sick, awesome, cool. All right. So, some information you guys have about the dream crystals before you guys make a decision on what you're gonna do. Nika, can you roll me one more 20-sider for the group, for the mysticians researching it? Like, because Soki and Ceylon were researching the crystals pretty heavily. All right, 17. All right. So you guys are very familiar with the fact that the crystals have a resonance with each other. Like, if you were to put like 3 crystals in the room, like, and you tap one, you it'll start vibrating, and then the other ones will match up with that. But also, if you took a tuning fork and smacked it to the side of it, whatever pitch the tuning fork had, the other ones would also match up to that. So, like, those are things that you know, and also they are incredibly brittle, and like Adli said, they will explode into powder. But nobody is yet to aerosolize. No, wait, we have aerosolized these things. So, like, yeah, they can get basically microscopic, which is why Peanut wants to drop everything on it.
So how are we not going to breathe these?
And like you see him pull out like Wander Crew bandanas.
That
That's a start.
a start, but if they aerosolize, that means the particles are far too small for just those.
Well, I would recommend you don't aerosolize them.
But blow them up.
How many crystals are we
You're not going to be down there when we blow them up. Controlled demolition.
Yes. What Peanut is wanting to do is to set the explosives in a way that when they go off, as opposed to just blowing up the crystals and making a big that, they intend to bring the hole down on itself. That way, the Earth itself destroys the crystals, and with the powder stuck on the ground, it won't come up and cause more of an issue. I believe is what Peanut is trying to do.
Thank you, Officer Leo. And Scour and Leo, I suspect that you two have all the materials that you need. Do you need anything extra? And he runs down his list. Bamin and Leo, what kind of stuff have you two packed to destroy this hole? Because you knew that this was the mission, Leo.
Gotcha.
So what kind of stuff would you have brung? And just straight up add it to your inventory, whatever it is.
Well, when it comes to the whole air issue, Leo has messed with the rebreathers so it can as a bit of an air filter. He's using one of them right now by the looks of the chat. So probably,
awesome.
Yeah. So given time, with the proper time, since it's being done ahead of time, probably would have reformatted the rebreathers for that situation, to filter out and prevent the powder in particular. Not so great on the water at the moment, but aiming for dealing with the powder.
Can I add a little bit to this?
Sure.
I think Leo and Lithium could have worked together on this one, and it's a null metal filter, not null metal all the way around, but there's a small mesh null metal filter in the breathing thing, and so you're not breathing in null metal, and your skin's not touching null metal, so you guys don't have to worry about that. But the reason the dream crystals can't affect you is because you are just turning them into debris that is then caught by other filters.
Question: did the crew have null metal at some point to work on this, or do they not, and they need to work with the Gibbet folks for this?
If you could say that you have a little bit of null metal for sure. If you don't want to work with the Gibbet folks, absolutely.
It depends. It depends on whether or not we had it in the first place. So I don't want to say oh yeah, we got it, but if we didn't, then
No, you guys have you've gathered you guys had a whole robot made of it, so I'm sure you guys could have scrapped that thing down.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
Alright, Grant. Sure. No, wait, that wasn't null metal. That was pink metal. Sorry. Okay. You guys had it. No, I'm perfectly fine saying you guys had enough. You guys can buy the bullets. We're not doing this.
Alright, just making sure because I'm not sure how people feel about the whole situation with considering Gibbet didn't make the mess in the first place. Not sure how people will feel about the cleanup afterwards. Not sure if folks are okay with it or not, but if they are fine with Gibbet helping out, then I won't complain about it,
No, it's complete. This is Leo. Leo doesn't want to work with Gibbet. Leo doesn't work with Gibbet. That's fine. I'm here for your character. And Bamin, what did Scour bring for the job that he was told he had to blow up a giant hole?
Well, that's why he was strapped with all that dynamite, right?
Well, that was one thing he could have. Oh, maybe that's just what he wears on a Friday night. I don't know.
You think that was just his clothes? That's just his normal clothes. Yeah, I mean, I don't. So, Bamin was, as maybe we have remembered, Bamin has often put Scour into some positions and has started to feel just a little bit bad for it. So actually, Bamin kind of goes into his bag and rustles around and pulls out a mechanical identical twin of Scour that he's been working on this whole time. You guys haven't seen me. I've been working on just another scour. Like, so I have a second scour that looks at scour and kind of looks like kind of sideways at him. But now I can do a lot of our testing with him. So we have this. I have a second scour is what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, thank you. We might have to change his color, but yeah, we're gonna be robot scour. And I think, dependent on how these crystals react, maybe Scour and Robo Scour can, work together here.
Absolutely. All right. So I know exactly where Bamin was this past couple weeks. Like, Bamin was definitely in Delve, for the record, everybody. Like, Bamin was working with the top craftsmanship and craftsmen in Delve. Like, he has like Scour's clothes. I think the ones on the robot are actually a little bit better.
Yeah.
This is like, robot's a strong word. This is there is a spirit inside this one, and it is the spirit of. Okay. We have chaos, we have trouble, we have loyalty, and we have chaos, trouble, loyalty, and panic. Can you roll me a 4-sider?
Oh no.
Loyalty. This your Scour robot is loyal to you to the end.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what, this guy is just gonna be like, I'm in.
Wonderful. And this is the first time real Scour has seen our other Scour, our new Scour.
You see a single tear come to Scour's eye because he thinks he's being replaced.
Not being replaced. I just feel so connected with Scour that I needed another Scour.
They walk up, it's just like, Scour power. Then they fist bump, and you guys hear a sick guitar riff.
Yeah, there's a world where they're just best friends. I don't think it takes them that long to really start to get along, but there's a serious job at hand. So again, I'm gonna, we're gonna work together and see how our new Scour can help us.
It's like, all right. So Peanut's just like, and you see him digging through a chest, and he pulls out not a bad set, but just not top shelf rope and helmet and climbing gear. He's just like, I didn't know we were adding a 6th. So, and so you guys have Leo's rebreather, so you guys will not get the dream crystals in your lungs. So that's a good thing. You guys have all the rope that, theoretically, if you guys want to study to before you guys go down, that is 100% up to you. Or if you guys just want to tie these ropes off and jump on in, I'm good with either one of those.
I mean, on one hand, if time is of the essence, then we could just Mission Impossible this.
Well,
I feel like doing some looking around is probably a good idea.
Well, we could keep an eye on things and what we learn here as we go down to the task itself. If anything comes up that is able to study, can do that, but we need to keep in mind we need to destroy this, because these nightmares keep coming out. The longer we take through this, the more these nightmares keep coming up, and our crew can only stay so long focusing on this before, it kind of gets to them.
I know. Oh, speaking of which, hands Leo an HP shot. Please take care of yourself.
I should say the same, but thank you.
Adli smiles and also is going to throw on a recon visor.
Alright, so Simmons' tactic of just a Mission Impossible, but possible this is going on. Okay, and we rolled a 34. lighter fluid. Scour has an entire bottle of lighter fluid. For the record, that's what the penny slots were.
That's
Well,
actually really convenient.
I'm about to say, considering we're blowing up stuff.
That
well
is
then.
appropriate.
Sounds about right, I guess.
All right, Simmons, lead us into this hole. Go for it. And what are the crew doing up on top, by the way? You guys are around this. Are you standing guard for any of the nightmares coming out? Are you guys setting up labs? Are you guys setting up hospital things or triage tents? Because I'm sure some of you are getting hurt. Also, do you guys just have these ropes tied off? Is there a crane situation? Are some of the crew holding you guys up?
I mean, if we're going rappelling, then we'd want to get the ropes far enough away so that the ground is stable, and probably tie it off against, a metal... It's not a full metal scaffold, but a small metal scaffold, with pittons, sort of like a reinforced tent.
It's and everybody nods. It's And Simmons, what did we actually tie these off to? Is it much less than that? Or is it just is Simmons a real safety nut when it comes to how he repels? Or
In this case, I think he would be a little less foolhardy than normal, considering there's giant lightning beasts exploding out of this hole every so often. So he's going to follow that suggestion for sure.
Absolutely. All right, so go ahead and make me that roll, Simmons. You're leading this group. At least on the rappel part.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, that's a sick ass too, bruh.
Yeah. Shout out. Be great. Did I just not hook up myself?
Well, okay, you tell me what went wrong.
How far down is it?
Oh god, it's so far down. You guys could not see the bottom. Seth wants you to roll again.
All right, let's see.
Technically better.
I heard Nika laugh. I didn't see it yet.
Technically better, but
Of course.
the results have not changed.
Oh, so okay. Again, tell me how it went bad, and for a second you looked like you fixed it, and then it's equally bad again.
I think he definitely hooked up the thing, but didn't realize his harness wasn't attached in the front as he jumped. So he tried to hook it and went, oh god, and just kind of fell out of it and sort of halfway down grabbed onto the side to stop himself from falling all the way to the bottom. But he obviously there's crystals there, so you can do with that what happens.
Just your hands hitting the wall and just shatter.
Yeah.
And you guys just hear an avalanche of these crystals falling down on you guys. Oh, also, everybody else, the same thing is happening to you. He was just leading. This is happening for everybody.
If that's the case,
Oh, you guys are gonna hit the bottom before you get any ability or anything. You guys are just gonna, not hit the bottom, but so you guys crash into multiple things, and here's where you're gonna land. This is multiple floors lower than you had planned to land, by the way.
I was actually gonna ask, if I fall faster than everyone else, can I shapeshift to catch them?
Well, you wouldn't. We're good. We're not hurt. These guys are just gonna be further down the hole. And also, I don't think you could catch all of them.
Well, it's good we got these rebreathers then, considering how far we fell.
is you guys
Oh,
you
fine.
smash Simmons. You definitely have to take the hit. Like Simmons is the only one that's taking damage for that, but Simmons takes 4 damage. So who landed on Simmons?
Do we roll a 1d5 to decide?
Why not?
We'll go in order. 1 is Leo, 2
You
is
said
Adli,
4
3
damage?
Yeah, you're taking 4
Yep.
damage.
Okay.
Let's roll a 1d5 and see who follows it. 1 will be Leo, 2 will be Adli, 3 will be Bamin, 4 will be Scour, and 5 will be Robo Scour. Let's see who lands on.
What do we
Adli.
roll?
Thanks, Oh,
He what?
I am so sorry.
All right, we made it.
No.
We made it where we needed to be.
That's. Oh,
Hmm.
I'm. Here, I'm gonna help Simmons up. Do you want a HP shot? For the record, at least 200 pounds.
I'll be fine for now. Thanks, though.
Okay. I'm sorry.
So
Bro jinxed it in chat.
and then you guys see around you, this place is lit up as though it were day, even though on top above you, when you guys look down, it's just a hole. It's a dark hole. But while you're in here, it has a strange yellow light. And again, it reeks of lemons down here. Well, it doesn't, because you guys got your rebreathers on. So yeah, all right, yeah, you guys are solid. You don't have to worry about that.
All right. Well, the whole reason we brought, I built this Robo Scour. Can we send him out to scout just a little bit ahead? Is it dark? Can we see okay?
You guys can see okay, but there are a lot of jagged outcroppings of these crystals. So you'd have to scout around anyway. So you can send him to scout.
I did happen to build a little bit of a lamp into Robo Scour's head. Will that help light the way just a little bit if I have him go?
Oh, it absolutely will. And just you guys see a hole in Scour's forehead open up, and it's just a mind cap light.
Yeah.
Can I go with him to help?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm gonna take out my shield and cast Fiery Avenger on it to get some more light around and use that as a spotlight.
Sure. All right. So Bamin and Adli, go ahead and make me 20-siders.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Ooh.
That one is so good.
It
That
was. It was.
Because that one overrides that 19.
Oh, does it?
Yeah,
Oh,
it does.
1000%. We take the highest unless it's a 1 or a 20 is always the highest. What a
Yeah, and-
delicious roll. Alright, so, Hey, Bamin, could you tell me just a real quick question? How come you filled this scour with just so much explosives? Why is he full of just so many explosives?
The Robot Scour?
Yeah,
Or-
why is the robot scour just basically a bomb?
Well, I mean,
Okay, I'm sorry. That effing chat just went off. This robot is gonna blow so fucking bad. Oh no! You know what? What do you think a 1 means, Matt?
For our
dear little autonomous scour.
I mean,
okay.
I don't know if I put the best light in his, and I may have used, secondhand parts for the headlamp portion of the build. But we're as far as the explosives and whatnot, they were mainly for any kind of threats that we may have seen down here. So, I don't know. I feel like I might have to send other scour to go get other scour. If he gets lost out there, I don't know. Does he just blow up? I don't want to lose him yet.
Alright. I think
Scouring for scour.
scouring for scour. Scour power. I think that when you said that you got off market parts or whatever, I actually came up with a way better idea than him exploding. Adli, as you and Scour like combing this area, and like you're seeing like a little bit of the area being lit up by your shield, so you're not even seeing his light because right now you're walking where all of the walls and stuff are pretty close, so everything's illuminated by your shield. You guys come around a corner and you notice this hallway goes back and this tunnel is quite far, and it's not far enough for your light to illuminate it, but it is far enough. But Scour's light is powerful enough too, and you notice that light is a particular green color, as though Bamin made this with a mana battery that powers it. And you guys start to see the walls start bubbling a little bit, and then it feels like it's like bubbling beneath the surface, and then everybody in the game starts hearing just cracks of these cracks in the crystal start like smelling of lemons incredibly strong. Bamin, what would you say is Scour's worst fear?
Being lonely.
Being lonely. Okay. All of you look around and you don't see each other.
Oh no.
Simmons is losing his shit.
Hello?
I got this. I can do this. This would be cool.
Hear a pin drop in here.
Yeah, he's losing his shit. I think he's just gonna like scream because his fear matches up with Scour's for sure.
I was gonna say Adli's is very close, but not this.
Alright, and what's Leo up to? Like,
Oh, this is concerning. With so the group saw the weird green energy, and then suddenly they're all by themselves. Yeah.
no, because you guys wouldn't have. Oh yeah, you would have seen like green lightning run up the walls, as like reported by Midnight and his group upon coming back. Before you guys got out here, so yeah, you would assume that mana batteries have Gibbet's power has charged one of these crystals again.
Gotcha. So one of their nightmares is in effect. One of their like nightmare situations is in
Yeah.
effect.
And if you think Leo would have put it together, I'm down for Leo just putting it together.
Because we've seen the nightmare creatures actually come out, and every time that green lightning crackles through, there's a nightmare that starts. If I'm getting that correctly. Am I getting that correctly, or yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure I'm understanding it. So the thing is, they need to figure out how to get out of this situation, because this is not actually, well, it is happening, but it's not happening at the same time. What would be a way to get themselves? What would wake them up, basically? What can I do to wake them up from a nightmare? See.
Do you have an answer for this, or do you want to roll a 20-sider and see if Leo might have put these pieces together? Because there is an answer that I can think of, but I don't know if you have an idea that you want to shoot out.
Like one of the things that comes to mind is a loud sound tends to wake people up, and in theory, so I'm trying to see if I can use something to basically wake everyone from this situation if possible. But would using magic around these crystals cause anything, or is it the mana battery specifically that caused that?
It's a little bit of both.
Mm.
We have seen it work. And if you're looking for something loud, and like I'm looking through your thing, like, are you looking at Thunderous Word?
I am looking at Thunderous Word.
I was thinking the same thing.
Like, I support Thunderous Word, I really do. I also think as an invoker helping your crew, I think you could declare. I think we could count declare as doing it. If you do declare, you don't have to make a roll.
Would that work as an attack? Usually, like I wasn't sure if it, but only if you allow it, then I can give that a shot.
It's basically you attacking the crystals, is what it would be.
Got you. So I'm interrupting the magic of the crystals briefly with an attack. Is what you're saying?
Yep,
Okay.
that's what I would. That's how I see it. Unless you want it, if you want to do Thunderous Wood, I am here for it. It also seems cool.
Yeah, both of them sound like a good idea, honestly. I didn't know that it would count as an attack, and if it counts as an attack, then yeah, I can declare to get everybody back in their own mind. So
Sure.
he will use that declare and strike at it to get everybody, to wake everybody up. We need to focus everybody.
Right. So yeah, I think Adli, when you this, almost as soon as you realize what's going on, you can feel what does your declare look like in this instance, Leo? Like, what are you declaring to make these people? Sorry, I want to let you say it before I give ideas.
Okay, what am I declaring to help wake everybody up?
Yeah, what does that look like?
Okay. Let's see. Leo will take a deep breath, and suddenly his voice shouts out and kind of bellows, as opposed to his usual stuttering self. And he would just shout at the group, "Now is not the time to panic. Focus on your mission and look forward. Wake up!" As he strikes the crystal, basically ordering everybody, "Hey, now's not the time to be messing around. Let's go. We got dream crystals to break."
As he strikes that crystal, yelling what he has yelled, a lot of the other ones, not all of them, Adli, you'll notice this as you are out there, not all of them start to shatter as well, but a good amount of them. He managed to match the pitch of those ones. You know what I mean? They all started resonating together, so when he destroyed the one that he just hit, other ones around you turned to powder as well. But you guys got your rebreather, so you're okay. But Robot Scour. Go ahead.
So if I have the recon visor on, are the crystals showing me different magical frequencies or is it just specifically all one orange color?
I think it would be showing you specific magical frequencies, but it's almost impossible for you to pick them apart. I think somebody in communications would probably have an easier time with this, but you do see them. It's not completely impossible. It's very difficult. You would have to sit and study to get these. But yeah, you definitely do see it. But it is a significant advantage right there. Oh, and also
is gonna want to hear this.
Metal Scour is missing.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Everybody else is accounted for, but Metal Scour is off and wandering around because that was a one with an F in chat, so that guy's still up to trouble. But he's loyal.
Can we even hear him? Can we hear him bumping around back there?
Yeah, you know what? 100% you can hear him. You guys don't even have to make a roll. Metal Scour went that way. And you see in front of you, you don't even know how he got past them, but you do see these strange, crab creatures, walking around, grabbing crystals up, and you see them, holding them up, inspecting them, and then once they have like the one they're looking for, they'll put it like through their back, which is like a jelly situation. And just like it plops in there, and there's like dream crystal lava lamps going on right now.
Oh, do those have a specific frequency too?
No, those are living creatures.
I mean the crystals that they're picking up.
Once they are inside their back, they are no longer vibrating.
Oh.
Do they
So-
seem threatened? Or are they just doing their own thing down here?
I don't think they have paid attention to you yet, but you can you can see razor sharp claws, and one of them has like a scorpion-like tail.
Are they nullifying it or containing it in some sort of shape?
Yeah, Adli would look over at the group and be like, so definitely some of the crystals resonate at different frequencies. I remember Ceylon and Soki working on something similar. That's why you only shattered some and not all of them. And the recon visor can sort of show that, but we'd have to get like Patagon or someone to look at this to know more what's going on.
Scout, she's like, hey, where's my homie?
Yeah, we should probably go find.
Where's the other me?
we
You
should probably
lost
go
him
find our other
already?
friend.
Scout.
I'm sorry.
Scour's having a very self-reflective moment right now where he's seeing himself get lost. It's like, is this what
It's
it
like,
feels like?
Am I lost?
Am I the problem?
Maybe I should stop drinking.
You're okay. You're with us. It's okay.
Oh, cool. And he pulls out a stink ale, and you see him like crack it open, and he's got the little Simmons crunchers going in.
Simmons looks at him very proud.
I was worried you guys wouldn't like it if I like drank on mission. And he's just like, it's like, so this way then? And he points at the tunnel that we know that the other scout is going down.
Okay. If that is the correct tunnel, then yes. Okay.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's just, remember, that tunnel was created by a 1 and then an F in the chat.
Yeah, so it's probably pretty dangerous. Oh, boy.
I have a light, so I guess I'll go first.
Simmons is a bat. He can scream.
Yeah,
You gonna
How-
scream? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not screaming down here. There's two. Not yet. I'm afraid of how many things I break with that scream.
It probably depends on the frequency. Wait
Right?
a minute. Simmons, can you change the frequency of your echolocation?
I can try. It doesn't always go the way I expect. There was one time I tried it and I just called a bunch of ants, and it was. I'm glad Pim was there. We'll put it that
Yeah.
way.
Pim is nice. I like Pim. But keep an eye out on what kind of crystals you break, I guess, with your yelling, because it might be a good panic switch.
We just got lost in one of these nightmares, right?
Oh, sure
What-
did.
What if what? This is probably a dumb idea, but what if I try it on purpose now when we know it's going to be a problem, so that we can force ourselves out of it, so that we know what happens later?
Well, we know Leo can force us out of it.
Yeah. Do we want to learn that now, or just maybe bank on not needing it?
Shit. For science.
For science.
Are these things looking at us, or are they just still walking around?
I don't think they have eyes. So. Not
But
these
they're
two.
not. They're not.
No, I know
paying
they do have
attention
eyes.
to us.
No.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I guess Simmons is gonna. Are these crystals just like? Can you pick them up, or if you touch them, do they immediately break?
You can pick them up. Direct contact with your skin, as you will have noted, is hella dangerous.
It hurts.
No.
It can force a nightmare out. That's what happened to Midnight last time, but only with the addition of mana battery. So as long as we're not gonna static shock it at all. You haven't been running your feet on the floor, have you?
I mean, just on the side of this wall of crystals.
Oh yeah. Yeah, give me that 20-sided. Pick up that crystal. Take a
I'm
look.
gonna pick it up and scream at it. Scream
Absolutely.
quietly? Does that work?
You can scream in such a volume that they can't hear you. So
I just mean not to hit, not so that it doesn't affect the rest of the thousands and millions of them that are above our heads.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's all part of the roll, and we're gonna add 1 to it anyway because we have science buff up. But yeah, absolutely. So, what exactly do you want to happen from this? What is your goal?
I want to see if I can, like Adli suggested, try to narrow in on what that scream does to that crystal versus the other ones around us, to see if I could be all right, if everything's going wrong, I can do this noise and set off all of this type in this area to try to keep things, if a nightmare comes out at us, maybe I can scream at them to see if it'll make it go away or redirect it somehow if a whole bunch of stuff explodes in its face.
Okay. So you are right now, because you did it quickly, you are holding a crystal that is a slightly bit darker. This is a part of the nightmare, and looking in it, you recognize that this is a loneliness nightmare. This is that frequency. You can now look around, and Adli with their visor can realize the crystals that share this frequency are loneliness nightmares. You know that. And that there's nightmares of just not just being alone, but people dying and stuff. All that, anything tied to that. You know the frequency for that sad kind of nightmare. And you can avoid those now. So you will never get, unless you guys really mess up, you can avoid that kind of nightmare.
Okay.
Awesome. Good. Thanks,
figuring it
Simmons.
out. Okay.
Oh, and I guess with that, you'll see who's resonating it too. Right ahead of you guys, for sure. That tunnel is where Scour is, the other Scour. Also, it's weird. Fortnite's the only way I can explain this. Have you guys ever played a game where you have a wall hack on, so you see the highlight of the person, to Simmons and Adli, you guys see the outline of Scour behind a wall, but he's 8 feet in the air and his arms are pinned to his sides, and it looks like he's being squeezed by something.
Oh no.
We need to go.
Oh no. Adli's running.
Okay. I guess we're going this way. Come on, Bamin.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I grab other Scour, jumps on my back, and we get rolling. We run over there. Let's see what's going on.
So yeah, you see Scour, the artificial one, in between this one's pincers, and this one is huge compared to the other guys that you saw. And Adli and Simmons, you two would recognize Scour is resonating as a nightmare right now. This creature is trying to put him in his primordial pouch. He's got a little pouch of nightmares. That's what this one's gathering up. Dark nightmare crystals. So yeah, that's where you guys are. Scour is he is trying to force him in there, but it's not working because he's not, a crystal.
This is the worst place anyone could go. We need to rescue him.
Can we stop him from resonating as a nightmare?
That's a possible idea. What can we do to shake him up this one? It seems what I did didn't affect him directly. Might have been because he might have been too far from the other crystals for him to be affected properly.
I can try to provoke him.
Oh, sick. Like, you gonna provoke the crab guy?
Yeah. Maybe he'll
How
like
would-
Robo Scout.
Yeah, how would Bamin get a giant nightmare, like, eating crab's attention?
Well, I mean, Bamin's pretty confident. Okay, he's pretty, regardless of whatever we're looking at here. So I just think he just puts his best roar forward here and kind of cracks his neck a little bit and is going to give him his best provoke that he can.
No, yeah, give me that 20 setter.
It's a 13.
Yeah, absolutely. And it works too. Like, you guys see, like, he doesn't drop the scour, but like he does like take a step forward, like into everybody else's range. But like he's not gonna straight up attack, but you know he's gearing up for it.
But he freed Robo Scour. Robo Scour. Does he come back to us? Do we have?
He's trying, like, yeah, you know what, that makes sense. Like, yeah, so he's like, he hits the ground back here, like underneath him.
Well, that's one step. We got him out. Now to shake him out of it. Simmons, you figured out basically that he was affected by this same like crystal energy, right? Do you think we could figure a way to break him out of it?
What happens if I break those crystals and I point at the spider thing that has all of those in its little pouch?
Well,
Science!
well, then the giant monster's going to try to attack us right off the bat. But
Oh no, the giant monster's about to attack Bamin, for the record.
oh, okay, he's already attacking. Oh well.
He was provoked.
We're not sure if attacking that jelly will actually work. I don't think the Robostar was even able to be put into that area because the body composition did not match what was required.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if we break the nightmare, then maybe it will also break the nightmare.
Oh, I see what you mean. Break the crystals and it'll free Scour.
Yeah.
Well, that is a bit of a straightforward method, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. Now to break the crystals. Helen, those stalactites up there. Is there any that might be in the correct spot to be right above our giant crabbo?
Oh, I don't see why they wouldn't. I imagine Bamin must be setting it up. Like, right, he's got the provoke. He wouldn't provoke it, like, not under stalagmite for an epic, like, Monster Hunter World style, like, dropping a crystal on a monster.
I'm glad
Right.
you had the same idea that I did. Because that's what I'm thinking. Because if we might not be able to punch through it, most likely will with just the force of it alone. So if we can manage to break one of those stalactites right down on it, that might do it.
Leo, you remember how you mentioned Thunderous Word earlier?
Want to try it?
Can I tag team with you on this?
We can try it.
Let's go.
Well, there's our idea to try to shake up the rock enough to break one down.
I'm gonna run to the other side so that I can try to hit it from one side, opposite Leo, and Black Canary scream.
Leo will do his best to match the same, tone that Adli's going.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the recon visor to try to get that, to try to watch my frequency.
Yeah, sure. Like, go for it. So both of you guys give me 20 setters.
Was
Sick.
waiting for it. Was waiting for it. Okay, where are you, Karam? I'm waiting for you.
Sick! 2 2s! Hey, hey Simmons. Hey Simmons. What frequency were they actually at? Like, what nightmare did they just release from this crystal?
How? Oh, I know one of the previous nightmares mentioned was fire. So let's go the opposite way and go drowning.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, hellish. Thank you for doing this to everybody.
You're welcome.
You're all underwater.
Oh. Bamin's a pretty good swimmer. Scour, not so much. So I kind of grab both. I grab both Scours because other Scour ain't a good swimmer either. So Bamin's kind of working his way around collecting people that can't swim. Just both Scours. Oh god, underwater.
Production value.
Woo! Boy.
Man. I feel like I'm there. I am there.
Fuck, that I wasn't ready for that. Alright. So Adli and Leo, you two do not react well to this at all. Like, you two are the most off guard. Simmons, you realized, because you know what that crystal was. Like, you knew what frequency that was. And like, uh-oh. And, you know, nightmare of loneliness, nightmare of, like, drowning. Very similar.
This has happened to me before. So I've been dropped in the water unconscious before. It was a great time.
So yeah, Bamin, you have both Scours, but you guys are in, like, a tunnel cave situation. There's no air. Like, there's no gap above you.
Yeah.
Also, crew at the top, it's full to the brim. And starting to flood up there.
All right, now I want to try to shapeshift.
Oh, we gotta give, like, what Bamin and Simmons are doing real quick. But yeah, absolutely. Right after, because you two got caught off guard.
Yep.
So
you guys all are. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Bamin is pretty decent at breathing underwater right now, right? Like, I mean, I am.
Oh, absolutely.
I am okay under here. However, Robo, I kind of like reach over to my Robo Scour, and I pull off his arm and turn it into like maybe like a breathing apparatus for other Scour, so like pieces of them can turn into other things to help other Scour out. But is anybody else suffering from not being able to breathe right now, or do we have like, is everyone drowning? Where are we at with this? I'm saving Scour.
We know Simmons is an okay swimmer. That came up before.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, how long can he hold his breath? You guys are all still, like, superhero level of, like, physical fitness. So you guys are not immediately drowning. The fact that you cannot reach any air is instilling into Adli and Leo a massive fear that they are going to drown. But Simmons and Bamin can logically be like, okay, we just gotta cool, calm, collected. Adli and Leo, though, they are being struck by the nightmare of we are going to drown.
Can I try to, like, can I use navigate to try to find a pocket for us to go to bring us? To find a place that has been untouched by this?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a roll.
I hit the wrong button. That one.
All right, so we got a 13 with now. Okay, yeah, you see it and it's less that you saw. It's more that you are not being controlled by the fear of this place. That you realize up ahead of you, there's like a pocket that you guys can just come out of this pool, and there's a whole like other section of the tunnel that is perfectly safe.
I point over there and try to get Bamin's attention with as much underwater communication as I can to try to say, hey, we got to get them over there.
Start moving the crew that way for sure.
Absolutely. All right. So Leo and Adli, real quick for both of you. Leo, this fear is striking you in such a way because you literally just changed the rebreathers.
Yep.
It is fear of what you've done has caused this. Is really what your fear is. If your character's not naturally terrified of drowning,
Yeah, the problem. I mean, everybody. Drowning is bad no matter what. But the fact that I could just change these to not deal with water, but deal with powder, and suddenly there's water everywhere. Yeah, he's got the crew killed. Is what he's saying.
Right. I really like the working on the anxieties right there to really work out, because we've already established Leo being so anxious.
Yeah, he just doomed the whole team.
That's really good. I like to work with that. And Adli, you are terrified for a moment. And what were you saying that you wanted to shapeshift into? What are you trying to shapeshift into?
The constellation of the sea serpent.
Absolutely. When you come to when it's forming, what's wrong with it? What important part did you leave off?
Oh, it's gotta be the gills.
Yeah, absolutely. If that's what you want. Go ahead.
That's the most important part of if you're shapeshifting into something like that, because Adli's had their shapeshifting magic fail before. Normally that's only due to null metal, but that their magic failing is not their biggest fear, but very close to it.
Yeah, that is the nightmare you're having, or not so much the nightmare of your magic failing, of you don't remember how your magic works. All right, but Simmons, you want to give us a roll so you can lead these guys out of here? A tough choice. So what goes wrong, Simmons?
I think we get the attention of the thing. It sees our egress as well.
Oh, absolutely. I love that. So it's starting to you see it attempting to swim a little bit, but then it gets super heavy and just slams on the ground, even though you guys are underwater, and you can just hear it its crystalline legs clicking on the ground as it chases after you. Bamin, you see this thing swimming behind you as you guys are making for the room. It's about to make an attack and grab Leo's leg. That's what it's trying to. I would have to roll for it still. But Bamin, you see this is about to happen.
Okay. Is this something he's about? Is this something I can just counterattack, or?
Oh yeah, I would absolutely let you Alright, so I'm gonna make a roll. It's gonna attack you instead, and then you can counterattack that roll.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, tough choice. Your counterattack will negate it. So what's it look like to counterattack as this crab's like razor sharp pincers like swooping out to snatch Leo, but you just like impose yourself between it.
Yeah,
And,
I kind of put my body around Leo, and actually, as I bulk up a little bit, spikes and my back grows to like, I don't know, probably about 50% of its normal size, as I like gain a little bit of a shell, like more shell, and a little bit it will take some of that damage. So I kind of protect and cover, and then I can immediately kind of swing up with both hands and hit. It's like I counterattack, right? Like I'm
definitely.
Yeah, and I'm swinging back around, hitting as well.
Like as you hit it, you guys all hear the cracking that you're used to when these crystals like crack under pressure, and just like a hairline fracture goes all the way through it, and then it just fully like implodes, and you guys all get like pushed out a little bit forward. And here is where we are right now.
I don't like the looks of that at all.
Oh,
Is that the same thing? Just a different angle?
It's a different creature, but a very similar one. This one is much more spider-like, and this is Simmons. You'll be able to tell like immediately. This is nightmares. Like this is full on. This thing consumes only the worst nightmares.
So we do not want to mess with that at all.
Well, I'm not telling you what you want to do, but
We don't. I'm telling the crew, we don't want to mess with that at all. This is not. Keep it over there.
I mean, aside from coughing horrendously, I don't, because if Adli's magic didn't work, they're coughing and hacking.
Leo, once you guys are out of water and like the panic, like the initial panic is off, and you guys cough your water out, your communicator is like blinking, and it's basically everybody up top asking if you guys are okay.
Leo will take a moment to collect himself, and then he'll respond to the communicator, letting them know that everybody is still okay. These crystals are proving a lot more trouble than we initially had expected. And this is kind of further proving Peanut's point that these need to go. There's creatures down here that feed off of nightmares, and it seems to empower them in various ways. It's something that needs to be taken care of, not studied.
Sorry, Leo.
Scour and Robo Scour like standing next to each other, just like, yeah, I could see it. And Leo, you see it as well, what they are seeing, that this corridor, if set to complete, like, it's going to take some doing, but like the neighboring areas around you right now, these are where you want to set your explosives.
This is the spot.
Right where that creature is.
Of course. Why wouldn't it be? So we need to set the explosives around here, get out, and then set them off. Is that correct?
How are we gonna do that without that noticing us?
That's a good question. Let's see. What could I do to possibly help this? I think I have something. I think I'm gonna draw upon my old trusty sigil. What I'm going to do is the explosives need to be placed around this area, yes?
You tell me. Like you can, like you and Scour can be working out the plan. Like,
because what Leo is intending to do with sigil is to place it in a different location, have the spider get drawn to it. That'll give the team time to set the bombs where they need to and work their way out. The sigil will only last so long before the spider realizes it's a fake, because it's not the same frequency as the little nightmare crystal. So it might distract them for a bit, but we need to get what we need done quick and get out. If it notices us, we may have to fight it itself, and that could be an issue. If possible, we can set this up now. And you have an idea?
I think I might have something that'll work too, but that might need to be a last ditch thing. Adli's gonna hold up a little black sphere and be like, I got this off of, well, it's a null grenade.
I see where you're going at with this. It should you're thinking about just nulling the area entirely with considering all the gene crystals?
I'm thinking about at least nulling that thing. We're still gonna have to collapse the tunnel, but that's why I said last ditch. I'd rather not use this.
If it comes to that, we'll use it. But hopefully we can avoid using that. Any other suggestions from the rest of the group before we attempt this? Any ideas we could probably use just in case something goes wrong. And considering our track record so far today, you should be ready.
Well, we have 2 scours too. If we need to, I mean, they're little. I believe they could sneak around these side areas as well to help. Can't promise they wouldn't get caught, but they would be smaller, so they have a little better chance at working their way around this area.
Hide shield under cloak.
But there's also we have this room here, and then this is a room, and this is a room. Okay, you need to load all of them with explosives.
Okay. So if that's the case, if it's those 3 areas, then what I can do with the sigil is to draw them to the fort, away from all those 3 rooms.
Throw it back in the water room.
Possibly. That might be able to work.
Don't we have to go out that way?
Yeah, that's true.
Question. Light up here. Is that actually a path out or no? Up on the top.
I mean, the whole place is illuminated by the crystals themselves, but I mean, why don't you make me roll? You want it to be a light? You want it to be a way out? Okay, that's the way out. But what makes it difficult? What makes that way out very dangerous?
Oh, okay. So,
why are those crystals so bright?
Right, they're very shiny. Okay, so then technically we would have 2 ways we can go out. We can either try to climb up out there, but that would deal with the crystals, or we go back down into the water, which that's also another problem in itself.
Is the water even still there?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that water's staying.
Oh yeah, that nightmare hasn't been destroyed. It's still active. So it's either we go swimming or we attempt to climb. And I'll leave it to you all we should do on that one.
I can swim us out as long as I don't mess up for once.
Well, then we'll give that a shot, and I'll try to distract the spider with the sigil, and you all get ready to set the explosives. Who's getting which room?
Yeah, so Leo's gonna set the sigil. So yeah, where's everybody going? There needs to be explosives set here, to the left, and to the right. You guys can like take your time and do it, but I feel like Leo said his sigil is timed, so
Yeah, we'll have to split up. Do we want to send? Is anyone else volunteering, or do we want to send? What we can? I mean, with 2 tunnels, we could send a scour each.
I think we should do a person and a scour
Yeah,
in
I
each
could
location, and then one out
Sure.
here.
I could go with real scour, and robo scour we can send on his own.
Well,
On his own?
Unless
Okay,
you
so-
want to send a real
is that the
person
one that
with robo
Simmons was
scour?
going with?
What's that? It's yeah. I mean, that's fine.
Is this how it's going to be? Is this what I'm looking at? Bamin and Real Scour to the left, Simmons and one-armed Robo Scour to the right, and Adli setting bombs in this room while Leo does a sigil.
That works for me, and then maybe that'll give Adli more time to work out the transformation to get out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, works for me.
All right. So, Leo, start us off. Give me that
All right.
sigil.
Right,
Keep
when Leo
going.
starts the sigil, I'm just gonna do that.
Okay. Ready? Here goes. Tough. Okay, so
All right,
that's-
Leo. You setting the sigil, but like you can feel it halfway through the spell that you know that something is wrong with this. This is like a provoke sigil, like a lure, right?
Yeah, that was the plan, to have it lure this way and away from the tunnels.
Absolutely. So like you realize what this thing is actually lured to. Nightmares. You have to have Leo suffer through his worst nightmare. You don't have to explain it. I'm fine if you don't want to like fully explain it. But know you are going to lose 5 AP.
Okay. Let's see how much HP he has. He used the sigil. That was 10. Thunderous word. Alright. If it means it helps the group get through, he's going to take the hit.
Alright. So when you place that sigil, like Leo lives through his worst nightmare. He knows it's coming and it still hits. Like cuts to the bone. And that is what nightmare you are leaving there with the sigil. And the next time you use sigil, it's gonna hurt you for 2 AP again.
Gotcha. So is it from here on out, every time I use sigil, it'll be 4 AP?
Not every time, just the next time, and then the next time it'll be 1, and then it'll be away. Like you will have gotten
okay.
over it.
Gotcha. It'll take a few uses before it wears off. Got it.
Right. Like you've linked a nightmare to this spell.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. I'll take that hit.
Alright. Sick. Did you want to say what that nightmare was, or do you just want to like you can roleplay it later?
Yeah, I'll probably add it later because I'm trying to figure it out for that one.
Absolutely. That's a tough thing to ask somebody to come up with like immediately. All right, Adli, how's the bomb situation going here? You putting them right where Scour and Leo told you? Do you notice something that might work better?
Adli is going to Adli's going to put them where Leo and was it Leo and Scour? Yeah. Said, but noticing that other exit might be our only other way out is gonna leave at least one small area so that if we needed to get up, there's at least one small area we could potentially climb out.
Absolutely. Yeah, give me that 20-sided. Hell yeah. So, full success, like, you not only set the explosives, you do manage to, like, find, like, a really good pathway up. Like, you see the handholds in that path, the secondary pathway Leo said, so you guys don't have to swim it. Like, it's going to be a lot of physical contact with dream crystals, but your visor is not showing that those dream crystals are the same as the nightmare frequency. Those almost seem like pleasant dreams. Like, it's a whole corridor of happy dreams leading to the surface. So now you know that. And like, yeah, you got the bomb set up just right.
I'm gonna give Leo a thumbs up and then like look confused and wave.
Leo's in the fetal position, rocking back and forth.
Can I try to
I would never force Leo to do that. It's just funny. Like, mental image of somebody experiencing their worst nightmare.
I mean, fair.
So, go ahead. So, Bamin and Scour, you guys come into this room. And this room is just like there's a pool of water on the ground. And you see crystals that are like changing shape as you are looking in there. And you are seeing these crystals start to form into exactly the items you want to sell at the shop right now. Like, they are like your holy grail, your dream item to have in your shop. That is what is being made out of the crystals under this like in this puddle of water.
Yeah, well, I mean, then I'm trying to grab them and attach them to Scour's back so we can pack up as much stuff of this. Obviously, the more I pack on there, heavier it gets. But I just continue to try to, the greed in my eyes. I just try to grab as much stuff for the shop as I can.
Easy. You just trade the weapons for the explosives. Lighten it up, and then you fill it up again.
That's actually where I was going with it. So I'm not even going to require you to make a roll for this one. You pack Scour's backpack with so many items. It's just as packed as it was. Hey guys, it maybe wasn't like super clear, but Scour definitely had like one of those I'm backpacking across Europe for the rest of my life backpacks on.
Yeah.
Like with a bedroll and all of that. But that was all just C4.
Oh, yeah,
Scour
and booze. So
and booze.
Well, and in light of trying to make some more room for stuff, Bamin and Scour are gonna hit the rest of our booze just so that we don't waste it.
Of course. Oh my god, you two like coming out of this fucking tunnel, both of you, if not hammered, quite buzzed, and like loaded up on.
Bamin's
like,
feeling it, but
super excited about all the money you guys are about to make. You set way too many explosives in that room. It's like this explosion is going to be so imbalanced, but maybe it'll be okay. But we don't know yet.
You didn't drink the lighter fluid, did you?
Scour is like definitely drinking the lighter fluid.
Oh no!
drink a bunch.
It's like to a job well done.
Not the worst thing he's drank, right?
No, he's constantly drinking stinkflower ale.
That's all the same. It's all good. As long as we can still lay off the bomb, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking sick. Simmons, you and RoboScour come into this room.
That's a face that I don't like.
No.
Like, in the wall, it looks like a giant crystalline eyeball with a pupil and that face is staring out at you. And like, Robot Scour is just like, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Let's ignore it. You've got all these bombs, right? I'm gonna watch that and make sure it doesn't get us while we're doing anything. And I just hand him all the explosives.
He'd give you a thumbs up, but one of his arms was ripped off to make a rebreather. And
I
it's like
forgot about that.
all the explosives are in his one arm. So yeah. Let me roll a 20-sider. Yeah, he fucking RoboScout is doing great. He's like, yep. Setting him up in like exact position. And Simmons, this creature is talking to you.
I was just gonna ask if it was like staring at us, but talking, that's better. Great.
Oh, it's staring directly at you and talking to you. And it's offering your dreams come true. Just go away.
Leave?
Just leave. It's just like let it pray.
I don't. We're gonna leave. You're okay. Don't worry about that. We'll leave.
It's gonna attack you.
Oh shit.
All right. So tough choice. This thing is trying to force a nightmare. Like it's trying to force the memory of you like breaking a bone. It might not even be your memory. Like you don't have like human like femurs. Like, but you know what it feels like for one of them to break. Your tough choice is you can get past this and you won't walk with a limp for a while. Like you're not gonna have a broken leg, but it's gonna hit you for 2 AP. The other choice is gonna hit you for 2 HP, and you will have a broken leg.
Like I will actually have a broken leg, or I will mentally have a broken leg.
Like you will, your brain will make it real. It will be a dream come true.
Oh no.
I'll take the AP hit.
All right, so like it feels like, well, I don't know, like it's psychic damage is how it is. Like it like spikes in your brain where you get like a flash of a migraine, and like you tunnel vision for a second, but like you're able to get over it, and it just screams for you to leave.
I think I fall down from that and just try to force through it and stand up and say we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave, and I just try to motion to Scour to be like, hurry the hell up, we need to get out of here.
All right, can you roll me a 20-sider? Success. How would Simmons never traveled rifts? Is Simmons much of a reader while he's at the academy?
He started getting into some of it, but then kind of got sidetracked on the jobs that he was going on, and kind of he would have been, but not. He's been preoccupied.
So Simmons is reminded of when he spends time in the diving bell, and people are telling stories of when they went through rifts and when they stitched up rifts, and like this put the pupil of this crystalline eye to you looks like a rift, but it has the same the same notes as a nightmare.
Nightmare Rift.
And it is in this piece of crystal.
And everything here is yellow, right?
Everything here is yellow except for the darker yellow it gets, the more it is a nightmare. That pupil is jet black.
Ooh.
Out of curiosity, because I've only been scared by weird crap like this, but one other time, I'm gonna touch the pouch on my podcast or wherever the hell it is that has that ring in it that I got from Chest, and just see if it is doing anything.
The not linked, but an incredibly similar level of just malevolent fear. Like, I think you would hear it tick. I think you would hear a incredibly loud tick. I think everybody in the game would hear what sounds like a clock ticking, and then you would feel it as though this clock was everywhere.
I'm gonna pick up Scour and walk away. I don't know if he's done setting things up. I'm not sure. I'm just picking him up and I'm backing out. And I'm telling the thing, we're leaving.
And it's going to try to get rid of those explosives. It's going to actively try to set, like... Alright, give me a second. So, tough choice. It is, No, you know what? This is better. Never mind. That's great. So your explosive had done like Robot Scout was like, yeah, I think I'm good. We're good, right? And it's like he's being carried by Simmons. Simmons, you guys are all back with the group. Leo, cold sweats, but otherwise, you know, in existence. That spider thing has not like reappeared. You do hear absolutely, I'll work that in. But yeah, so you guys are ready to just leave, right? Just kaboom on it right now. So that room explodes right now.
I made a bad decision.
The room we're in?
No, the room that you just left explodes. And yeah, it's all the explosives are about to start going off right now.
The group has to leave now. There's no
There is now. Okay, I guess up.
Adli said they found a thing, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
extra.
Oh boy, there's fire.
We're not gonna have time to climb, actually, are we?
Yeah. Like that was the plan.
You're gonna have to make time to climb because it's already exploding.
Scour is just like deep sigh. Robot, like other Scours like looking back into the where you guys just left, and that's when like the explosion starts. Simmons, you and Scour see it coming down like at you. You are able to just like hit the deck as this black orb of this black crystal orb that the only thing you can see are the facets. It's that dark. You can just barely make out where an angle is. Comes flying out and then just like is in this room for like a second and shoots straight up, shattering those crystals, like making it like a more jagged climb. But everybody on the surface, the ground erupts from this one spot as you see this ridiculously black item like shoot into the sky.
Oh no. Okay. Well, screw it. Shapeshift, Drake. We're going up.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and fly. For how's everybody getting up? You guys all have like, yeah, I did. It's no problem. Like you can just say that you're flying straight up. That's perfectly fine. Works with it.
Oh,
Unless you want to.
I want to try to carry everybody else. That's why.
Yeah, Bamin throws both of the Scours onto it.
I'm as large as an elephant, and I have wings.
So can we all grab on?
I figure I can probably do 2 scours and a Leo on my back, and then get Bamin and Simmons with my legs, hopefully.
Yeah, sure. If that's how you guys want to get out, absolutely.
I'm down with getting out of here fast.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so for that, we'd make a roll.
All right, if that's the case.
Here we go.
Oh, do I do this?
For the 20, my one request, everybody gets out.
Sure. All right.
20
So,
and
yeah.
a nice.
For the one, go ahead.
As you like fly up through it, like being impaled on many different like dream crystals, feeling like just an entire range of emotions, as like the explosion is coming up from behind you, so it's like you guys are getting shrapnel from below. So like, all of you are like catching just like pieces of dream crystals like going into your skin, and like you were like again, we decided that this was a pleasant dream-like corridor. But it is just really getting in there. And it's like, you were feeling just like, hey, I could just, I could just kind of just go to sleep. I could just let go to sleep, and live in these pleasant feelings. But I think that is the part of, like, Scour 2, is just, like, literally slapping these dream crystals out of you guys, because he is not, like... he's not like fleshy, so it's just like this little Scour running around with like a hammer, just like knocking all of these dream crystals out of you guys, like or like tweezers
With his one arm.
With his one arm. So
as part of the one, if it keeps everybody else a little safer, I'll take a nightmare.
oh no, I got the one. There's no nightmares
Okay.
down here. We're good. Like, that's all collapsing in on itself. We are definitely going to have, like, the 20 is going to make, like, an upshot of just pleasant dreams for everybody. And it's just like, yes, you will technically be under the influence of dream crystals, but it's just good dreams. Let's say it works one way, both ways. As you guys, like, reach the top, like, and just, like, Adli hits the ground and you all unload, and it's like, you guys are just, like, on your back staring up situation. Like, all of you, pleasant dreams, but still, it's a weird thing. Let me see what I can do here.
So, great success then, is what you're saying.
Yeah, we made it. We
Yeah.
made it. Totally. It's fine.
The
Like,
whole
you guys
world's
definitely
exploding
came up-
underneath us.
I'm very lazy, floppy lizard with wings.
I think everybody, like, runs away from the hole, because, like, the water, you guys start seeing the water go down. Because the water filled all the way to the top of this hole. It's going down, and then the earth begins sinking in, because Scour, and Leo don't fuck around when it comes to precision demolitions.
Yeah, Scour and Scour are just high-fiving.
She's like, yeah, fuck yeah. Here's your one. Like, you guys see the sky clear away, and at this point, it's just like, you finally see rays of sunshine, because this storm has been going for like a while now. Like, this has been a storm of nightmares. As in front of the sun appears, the sun suddenly gets eclipsed by just this giant orb of faceted rippling blackness.
Is it the same orb that went past us?
Oh, it's 100% that orb. There is just a door, or a gateway, or a rift, some might say, or portal, to the realm of nightmares floating above seasonings. I wonder what tomorrow's game's going to be about, guys.
Yeah, I guess that worked out really well.
And so yeah, I know it's a short one, but you guys fucking did everything, and you guys fucking killed it, loved it. But yeah, so that's the end of Running Down a Dream. And it's like, yeah,
Close
this
a
mission.
hole, open a hole.
Yeah. There you go. So, real quick, what happened today is demolitions expert Scour, along with engineering officer Leo, put together a crack team to fucking like go spelunking and destroy this like giant sinkhole that was created, and we realized was completely full of dream crystals. And then you guys went down there and realized that like there are creatures being created or like feeding off of these dream crystals. Were they here before? Are they created by it? We don't know. We didn't get there because turns out we have another Scour, and he got himself into a lot of trouble. And the team got themselves lost. Leo found them and then flooded everybody. Simmons
It wasn't his fault. The flood.
To be fair, that was also my fault.
It was hilarious. We learned like an important thing that we did learn was Simmons with due to his like echolocation and the way that he delves, he can detect like the frequencies of dream crystals and can identify which ones are nightmares and which ones are dreams. But on that same note, Adli can do that when using the recon visor. Like, I'm not saying other people won't be able to learn to do that, but as of right now, Adli's the only one that can without rolls. And yeah, Simmons met with the Dreamworm. Then they kind of not freed him. Like he was already free. Like he just didn't die from the explosion. And Bamin decided to take a whole bunch of dream crystal magic items and just massively overexploded the corridor. And now there's a giant faceted crystal in front of the sun.
Sure,
I'm sure it'll be fine.
It's fine, right? Well, we're all in agreement. So like tomorrow, like we are putting together, because we all know what helps against dream crystals. We talked about it earlier today. Like Leo definitely has it on lock. We need to send as much null metal as we can at this, and for some reason Cash is volunteering because they seem to know their way around a nightmare.
Just blow up the sun. It'll be fine.
Right? And it seems like Karam's training with Fang will be put to the test tomorrow. And of course, Pam's coming. She's got a bunch of null bullets. We're all ready to rock. It's all good. We're all set up. So right now the RP could basically be you four hopping on an airship and just fucking going. Because like it will literally pick up right then. Like we are starting tomorrow's game where we left today's game. I'm very excited. So thank you guys all for playing. Again, it was short, but I fucking loved it. So I hope I didn't traumatize Leo.
Yeah, I hope Leo's okay.
Oh, he's got 1,000-yard stare, tears in his eyes, not responding.
You're getting hugs. You're getting hugs.
It, like the trauma level is like on 11, and it's supposed to only go up to 10. So
if there's like a post-credit scene here, it's back to like my workshop where I was working on all the other prototype scours to get to this scour. So there might be some other scours that aren't quite as fully functionable. Or
Teddy Ruxpin Scour.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do with those. But hey, the shop will be really kicking with these new weapons, you guys.
No, they're good. I'm gonna fill the shop as soon as I can. Like the second I get any like time, I'm gonna be like, I've been working on a lot of magic items, but like some of them aren't where I want them to be yet. But I've been working on some dumb shit,
Oh, we need to
and
get
this is
that.
a good excuse for me to put it out there.
We got to get that magic grenade in there.
Gotta get another like that fucking yeah. You know what? I'm putting that in. That'll be
Magic
hilarious.
grenade. Roll a d20, just random. Just you don't know what's gonna happen.
It's basically wild magic, is what that grenade's
Yeah.
gonna be.
Those are the best plans.
Damn it. Good
So
times.
thank you guys all so much for coming and playing. I hope everybody enjoyed the game. Tomorrow's game, like I said, is literally going to be like minutes after this one ends.
Y'all did amazing.
So
It was fantastic.
yeah, solid. Loved it.
So we're going to wrap
Thank
here,
you.
and we will see everyone tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific for Fade to Black, I believe.
Fade to black.
Good night, everyone.
Good
Good night.
night.